Okay, we're live. No more 10 dual
Hello.
commandments. Lin-Manuel Miranda will personally come and murder us all.
Lin-Manuel Miranda will send out a team of spies to just assassinate us in our houses.
Yeah, a team of well-trained, very colorful assassins, and they will they're his four musically talented friends, David Diggs, Jonathan Groff, and the rest of the cast of In the Heights are going to absolutely club us to death with their Emmys.
It would be an absolute honor to be clubbed.
We're gonna die today. We are going to die
today. And maybe
Rory, what a hell
can't
of
do
a
that.
way to die.
Oh my gosh. If only you could. We all have great faces today. I'm so sorry that you can't see our faces. If you couldn't already tell.
I keep these top ones in. I'm gonna have the lisp.
I'm wearing elf ears.
Yeah, and I'm wearing blue face paint, not because I wanted it.
It's not. It's just in your hairline.
It's just in my hairline. I also look like I'm growing mold, which is not a great look for me, but you know.
It's
all right, Toast. You already are a piece of mold.
Forest creature.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing
more mold on the bread of our hearts.
Mold on the bread of our hearts. So we're going to be doing not a backstory session, but just a little baby 2-person sesh today. No faces, as you can see. And we're just gonna be doing that. A little recap on what happened last week. Our heroes came back from visiting Eleanor at the hospital, were called to the forest, that there was a threat to the territory of the vampires, and found that threat to be the werewolf known as Harvey Wyman, the man who turned Andrew Beckerman, one of our lovely little protagonist coons here, one of our little one of our little guys, our little players, and
your little pog champs.
Our little pog champs. And so we're kind of cutting away from that scene, and Wyman has run off, and after that day, a few people have begun to plot the murder of Harvey Wyman.
And for good reason.
He attacked Doug.
He did.
Hey, listen. I might not like it when people... I might bully Tree, but I don't like it when people bully Tree, alright?
I think you take it to a next level of bullying. I don't even know if it's considered bullying at this point, rather than it is a blackmail, but...
Is it bullying if it's attempted child murder?
Is it? That's a great question.
It's bullying, but bullying is an understatement, but it is still an applicable description.
Let's ask Hank Green and see what he says.
I'm gonna start quoting Careless Whisper again if we don't get started. So.
Okay, let's go.
Let's start.
So all the two of you, so you and Spider, Tree, what was your conversation like with Spider when you guys got home that day?
I don't think he had one.
Like, Spider definitely... Okay, well, actually, do you think you've ever, other than that moment, that you had ever seen, like, Spider in full, like, necrotic form? Like, you know, the fucking teeth the size of, like, her teeth extended, her eyes blacked out. Like, it was real gnarly stuff.
Pretty gnarly shit. I don't think there's ever been an event in Tree's backstory that would have had her go full, like, spider monkey. I hate you. No, but in actuality, I think that might be, like, the first time he's seen it in person. I'm sure she's described it to him before, but I think that's the first time he's ever seen it in person.
Yeah. So what after directly the events of like seeing Wyman again after all these years, did you talk to anybody else before you left? Any of the non-player characters? Like Doug or the Caesars or any of those guys?
I don't think he spoke to anyone, but what I could imagine would have happened would be like before Tree had walked away, he gave Doug just like a look of basically that just reads, "I am so sorry." Because
Yeah.
Doug's gonna be going through some shit.
Doug gives you a very like, yeah, bro. Like a real like tearful head nod, you know, like the chin up sort of thing. Like Doug is not an ugly, violent crier all the time. I think my cat my cat's tried to bite off a corner of this toy, and it's not the corner that they're supposed to have in their mouths. Yeah, so
That's concerning.
It's a little concerning.
Bro is always with us in spirit.
Oh my god. Yeah, Bro is always with us in spirit. Oh, so yeah, is there anything that Arabelle did other than stay with Eleanor that had to do with any non-player characters yesterday?
Not really. I mean, not really. What is there to do? Like,
I mean, I don't know.
She doesn't know about the Harvey Weinstein situation. Maybe she. Maybe.
Harvey Weinstein. Sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing about that. That's very bad. Harvey Weinstein is a very bad man.
Wait. Did I get the name wrong?
Harvey Wyman. Harvey Weinstein is a man who, like, committed around 50 sexual assaults.
Oh shit, that's an actual person?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah, shout out Harvey Weinstein. I believe he's in jail now, which is good.
Yeah, I must have heard of him.
Yeah, you somewhere. Definitely have.
Yeah, no kidding. If you said the name,
he's like R. Kelly except movies and white.
Oh, I think I do know him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, regarding that Freudian slip, no, I don't think she did anything. Maybe she looked into, with her powers in her brain, looked into the situation a little bit, what they were doing.
Okay. I'll say, like, yeah, whatever you caught, like, last session while you were actually there, I'll say that Arabelle caught some of that via, like, visions.
Alright. I did not pay a whole lot of attention, so that is fair.
Yeah, it's perfect. You didn't get, like, a clear view of what went on.
Alright, okay. Yep. That's about right.
So, the morning after all of this happens, Tree, you heard, as you were leaving, Spider had a conversation with the Caesars, basically, where they had stated that Spider and you are coming over to talk tomorrow.
That's fun.
And it's, it's Sunday, so it's not like you are doing anything else specific. And Tobias sends you, Arabelle, a text message along the lines of, we need you here to talk over things from the past. Need your help.
Arabelle texts back, with who?
Tobias.
Or like what? Or yeah.
Or
Arabelle?
she texts back with who question mark, sorry.
Yeah, with who question mark?
A friend of a friend, somebody who we thought was gone.
Arabelle texts back.
We love
I see.
vaguing.
I see. I'll be there.
Yeah, he sends you one of those like dad emojis that is like a guy standing in front of a sprinkler like twirling a wet shirt. And it's like super grainy and it has like the Giphy watermark on it.
Amazing. Amazing. I love Tobias.
Choice of image.
You know, I've seen so many of those like generic Giphy stock gifs. So, oh my god. Sorry, one second. Just moving a little bit.
Moving right along.
So we arise on a new day, and Spider also didn't talk to you much, Tree. And so the next morning, you guys wake up, and Spider gives you a little bit of a like a look and just says, you know, we're going over to the Caesars today, and I know I like to give you a lot of choices, but you have to come.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. I'm sorry about what happened yesterday.
It's fine.
I really am.
It's fine. Yeah.
I know it's not.
It's fine.
I will be 100% honest with you. If there is anything you want to know, just ask me.
You tell me about him sooner.
Wyman?
Yeah.
Oh god. I think honestly it's gonna be better if we do it all together, but I'll give you the mini lowdown, I guess. So, a couple years back, I'd been tracking a one Harvey Wyman, because he used to be, I'm not going to say he used to be better. He wasn't exactly better before. He used to not do what he did, which was seek out people and try to infect them with lycanthropy. He used to not do that, in fact. He still wasn't great by any means. You know, he lived on his own. He was weird. He'd attacked a couple people, wasn't exactly well liked. And then that one year came around, and I don't know what clicked in his sick mind or something. But he started looking for people. And I mean, at first it was you know, at first it wasn't that many. At first, you know, we didn't know it was him. And then it got worse. And then it got very specific, and that's when I found him. A couple other local werewolves paid me off to try and catch the bastard. And I tracked him for a good couple months, and I knew he was stalking your family. And I tried
you
to
knew.
get him. I knew. I tried to get him before. I really tried.
See.
And by the time I got to him, it was a little too late. Too little too late, I'm afraid. After he attacked your house, he thought, I think, that everybody had died. And when I found him, I shot him in the head 3 times. I did, and I'll swear on my life. 2 silver bullets went into that thing, that creature's skull, when I had got him. And I could have sworn he was dead. I brought his severed fingers back to those werewolves, and they paid me for it. And now he's the way that he is. And he's alive and everything. And after I found out that there was a survivor, I hunted you down.
Was it your mission to end me? When you found out that there's a survivor?
I didn't know if you would be like him. When I heard, I wasn't until I met you that I found out that you were a child. That I found out you were a kid. 'Cause by the description of the account, I assumed that it was one of the adults that survived.
Here I am now.
Here you are.
I think that's enough questions for now. If you want to get into the nitty gritty, go to
Yeah.
do the meeting or whatnot.
We'll talk about it later. And you guys set off to go to the Caesars. Arabelle and Bogo, roll me 1d6, please.
Oh, I cheat. Oh, not rolling again. Oh no. That's a 2.
Oh boy.
You
Tell
said
me if you
one
get
Again.
Yeah, 1d6.
Oh
my god. The amount of effort it takes me to not start singing Careless Whisper is is great.
No
Right
Careless
after I
Whisper
roll
for
this in
you.
the server, I'm going to try to see if I can find like an actual D6, like an actual real D6.
No Careless Whisper for you.
Roll 1d6. That's 4.
Okay, so Arabelle, you arrive first. And I assume you show up in your car.
Yes. Oh my god, my car. It hasn't been in this season yet.
Yes,
You mean
please describe your car.
It?
Yes.
Yeah.
You mean a hearse?
So Arabelle has this absolutely ridiculous, just ostentatious black, like, not long enough to be a limousine, but like a long, sleek black car with silver detailing, a custom license plate that says DRKHRSE, I think is what it was.
Please take that out.
Just like tinted windows, absolutely just decked out, the fanciest bullshit car you've ever seen. She's goth, she's emo, she's got a long car.
Long, spunky car.
Lovely. I'm sorry if I start giggling, if I start laughing and jiving and giggling. It's because my cat is licking my leg behind me.
Oh, but that's a funky feeling.
It's such a she's such a little rascal. So Arabelle, yeah, you arrive at the home of the Caesars. You pull up on a long leaf-covered drive. You see that there's some that the young ones, Adra and Rock, are out seemingly at this time. The two more faithful dogs are missing, but Fish, who was giving us the little meow?
The one dog everyone loves more than anything else in the world?
Yes, Fish the lovable is present today. And he's doing as soon as your car pulls up, Arabelle, he puts both of his big husky paws on the side of the car as soon as it stops because he has no fear. And he starts doing his little husky howl. The oh woo wow 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 wow. And Tobias and Belladonna come out to greet you.
Arabelle steps out of the car, very dramatic, very glamorous, gives the dog a little scritch on the head, and Tobias, Belladonna, how are you doing? I haven't heard from you in so long.
It has been a long time, Arabelle. It's a pleasure to see you. And Belladonna, who is the one with the accent, like, it's amazing to meet you. It's amazing to see you again. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is my accent? What the fuck? Why did the accent? The accent came out. She has a southern accent. And I don't know why it came out wrong. I was practicing it earlier.
Australian.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
I get on, mate. I'm from the south.
No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you liar. You liar, you silver-tongued liar. I don't know why it came out so absolutely god-awful wrong.
Mate, I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana, down under. Nope.
Shrimp on the barbie.
We're from down under. We're from down under. That being Florida, Georgia, any other place like that.
Louisiana from down under. For everyone on stream, Toast has muted to practice their southern accent.
It's southern. What else can you do?
Maybe you should do.
I've got it. I'm done. I've got it.
You got it?
It's
You're
amazing.
There, partner.
Arabelle, it's amazing to see you again. So sorry about my accent skerfuffle earlier.
It's alright, Belladonna.
Thank you.
I don't know if that was a character or not.
No, it was not. It's amazing to see you again.
It was fun.
So...
Now, what was it you wanted to bring me over to discuss?
Yes, well... Yesterday we saw a specter from our past, to be quite honest with you all. You remember Sylvia Beckerman?
I remember Sylvia Beckerman.
Tobias has told you about her, you never met her.
I haven't met her. I've heard of her.
Yeah, well, there's, come inside. And, Tobias and Belladonna guide you inside, and Fish follows. Um, so, Tree, you and Spider
Peter.
arrive, but we will cut to that a little bit in a minute or so. So you sit down inside this house. It's a beautiful little rustic wood cabin. They've got like great like you just know that like hand stained furniture. Have you ever seen an antique like furnished cabin? It's so cozy in here. It's so nice.
I haven't, but I can imagine.
On Pinterest. Not necessarily in
Use
real
your
life.
active imagination.
You know, on Pinterest in the popular movie Twilight.
I don't use Pinterest, and I've never seen Twilight.
I'm so Hales sent me a message.
Good for you.
Hale sent me a message about how disappointed she is in my accent. I'm so sorry. I'm so
Love
sorry.
you, Hales.
Love you, Hales. Mwah.
Mwah.
I am also a Southerner, and I am also disappointed. I'm not. Well, I'm kind of a Northerner, to be honest. I feel like originally I had more of a Northern Virginia accent, so can't say I'm
You had
actually
an
a real
accent?
Southerner. I did. I was from Virginia. I grew up in Virginia. People apparently, according to Aaron, shout out Aaron, I have a Virginia accent when I get angry. Because I get angry at Aaron. Because fuck you, Aaron.
Like...
One day, I don't want to make you angry, but I want to hear you angry just so that I can hear the accent. Like,
I want to hear a Virginian accent. I've never heard a Virginian accent. I didn't know Virginians had an accent.
We kind of do, but love y'all. Thank you, Hales. So yeah, you are guided inside, and Tobias looks to you, Arabelle. Well, Sylvia, sadly, she passed away, as you know, around 150, 200 years ago. You know, it was right after Rock was turned, so, you know, it was a stressful time for all of us. But before she went, going acts like it was disease or something, or it was her choice. She died in a robbery gone wrong, because of course she did. Could never go down without a fight. And before, we had met a one Harvey Wyman. He was trying to kill us. He was a hunter. She turned him because she thought it would be the most painful way to kill him. Sylvia Beckerman was... He looks to... He looks to Belladonna, and she goes, I mean, she must have been like 800? She was old. I mean, like, old.
That's... I rarely meet a person older than me. My God.
I know. She knew that most people, if they got the werewolf venom, would die slowly and painfully, especially if they were strong. So, after he came for us, we had fled, and, well, she bit him in the leg and apparently watched him die. And we assumed that meant he was dead. But apparently not.
Death is never a safe assumption to make these days. God.
And you'd think we'd know that by now, huh?
You are vampires. That is your business.
It is. It is our business. Well, with that, Spider and Andrew, you guys start knocking at the door. And Spider is like looking extra disheveled today. Sorry, my cat knocked something over. And Belladonna opens the door for you guys. Hey, Spider. Tree? Sit down. And she gestures to a table where you, Tree, see Arabelle is already sitting.
Arabelle grins at you, does a little wave.
Oh, do you guys already know each other?
He attends the school that I am a teacher's assistant at. Or rather, I assist at the school that he studies at.
Yeah.
Why are they here?
She's helpful in her own way. So you guys already know each other, then.
Again, unfortunately.
We do.
Okay, so that makes this harder, I guess. So, and Belladonna looks at Spider with, like, daggers. So, you were carrying a Beckerman with you this whole time, and you never told us, not once. You never told us that you could have had one of Sylvia's descendants with you this whole time, and you never told us, not once. I am sorry. Sorry just doesn't cut it, does it? It just doesn't cut it. And you enrolled him in school under his real name? I assumed there would be no risk. I mean, it's like, what am I gonna do? Forge a birth certificate? Hey, yes! Yes! We do that all the time. Calm down. We need to... Wait, you do not tell me to calm down right now. And they start, like... The vampires start, like, arguing about stuff, leaving you to stand awkwardly near this table.
Well, this is a lovely introduction.
Well, this is a bit of a fragile subject. You can't expect them to be inordinately calm.
I'd figured they'd have the maturity to stay calm, but...
You'd be surprised. I have met many, many immortals over my years, and very few of them have been as mature as centuries on this earth would entail.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the fucking case. Fucking ancient.
Well, I'm 500 and you've met me.
It's pretty fucking ancient.
It is?
What the fuck are you still doing in fucking high school? Shouldn't you be, I don't know, fucking gravedigger by now?
I think I should be in a grave, quite honestly, but...
I'll take care of that for you if you want.
I invite you to try.
You really shouldn't. Mechanically, you should not.
I know.
I'm not going to.
Totally,
Mechanically,
You could
logistically, and
100%
because I
kill me
don't
in
want to be
one
that
shot,
person.
but
It's a thought, but we're not going to go through with it.
she's just testing him, all right? She's poking at him. She's trying to see if he'll lash out.
So the vampires break up the argument eventually, and Tobias Spider looks really ashamed and is silent when she sits down back at the table. And Tobias and Belladonna look at you, Andrew, with kind of like a smile in their eyes but stern looks on their faces. And they sort of reach out on the table and look at you and say, "So, Andrew, Beckerman is not the least common last name, I'm sure, but judging by the werewolf stuff, you're related to somebody who we knew, actually. One of the most ancient werewolves alive, Sylvia Beckerman."
Yeah. Do I have this stupid wolf shit that runs in a bloodline now? That's fucking great.
Well, werewolves will always have to be turned, made, not born. But here, I think I have a photo book, and you see that Belladonna turns into an owl, just fully it looks like her body just sucks into itself and turns into a little tawny owl, and she flies up a set of stairs. Yeah, it does run in your blood, I suppose.
Fucking great. Getting more good fucking news. Handy dandy fucking week.
I mean, I sympathize, but I can't help you. Just trying to tell you the truth, man.
I think that's the most helpful thing out of everything so far.
I can only hope so. And with that, Belladonna comes back with a heavy photo album, and you can see that there's your classic sort of scrapbook pages, little corners of ribbons coming out, but also seemingly tapestry and canvas, and it's the owl is holding the book in its little talons, and as she gets to the chair, her body unfolds from the owl form, and she's still holding the scrapbook as she slaps it on the table.
What was so hard just walking up the stairs?
It's faster, more fun.
I think.
I mean, unless you're uncomfortable with it, of course.
No, I don't care. Anyways.
Well, and she opens it, and you see the first page is a medieval woven tapestry that has been not very meticulously cut, and there's an image of 3 sisters with all holding swords, in a raised sort of twisty armed medieval pose, and yeah. and she goes, "And that's Sylvia in," I can't remember what year she told us that was in, but a long time ago. And she flips past, and you see a bunch of these like a Revolutionary War style painting of this woman with like a werewolf arm arm wrestling George Washington, except George Washington is painted very unflatteringly, with like
gotta love fucking war advertising.
Except George Washington is painted like unflatteringly with like no teeth, and is like seen as like very old, and this it almost looks like negative fan art. And you see that there's other like paintings and like little sketching scraps of Sylvia until you flip to a actual photograph of her that looks like it was taken like with like the first camera. And I mean, I'm really not remembering the timeline of when the camera was invented, but don't fucking at me about that. if I see anybody,
I'm not going to.
No, I'm talking to the comments, not to you, Bogo.
Try 1892. Just random guessing. I don't think that's accurate, but
on this like early photograph, you see that Sylvia stands with a great sword that has like little floral embellishments on the touches, and you see that she is this, and in the photo she stands next to Belladonna and Tobias, and she is taller than both of them. She's like a solid like 6'5", and has this beautiful like chestnut brown hair, and she's wearing this seemingly like soldier's uniform, and these enormous boots. She wears a huge smile on her face and has these, huge like werewolf teeth. And she looks like a very joyous woman. And she's standing there in this photo, and it looks like neither Tobias nor Belladonna is smiling. Seemingly this was because photos took quite a long time to pose for, so she must have been in an intense moment of joy as to maintain this pose for such a long time. And you and Arabelle as well, you have seen these photos of her before because Tobias showed you during your interview.
Fun.
And these ones, I think, are some of the last ones we ever took of her. But, she's with the creator now. But Sylvia left behind a lot, admittedly, of broken hearts and also babies.
Broken hearts and also babies.
Can you run that second bit by me again?
She was a frequenter of divorce court.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it was more like, I don't know, somebody so old. It's very hard to commit, I think. She didn't really know other immortals. Her sisters passed away when she was, younger than she was, but her family, she didn't have anything like me and Tobias have, I guess, and she only wed mortals, so she had mortal children.
Understandable.
But the Beckerman bloodline, they took her name, so there were 3 Beckerman lines we knew of. We didn't trace them. We're not masterminds like that. He must have tracked you down from there. And I gotta say it again. We're really sorry that this happened to you. I'm sure your mother, well, she made her choice when she, wasn't turned. And, I'm sure she wanted to tell you that herself.
If we could change topics, that would be greatly appreciated. I think I've had enough talk with my parents for now.
Well, I guess what we wanted to talk to you about, Andrew. Sylvia was the most powerful werewolf who we ever met. Lycanthropy, it doesn't necessarily make you immortal. That's one of its things. But Sylvia's did. I think whatever strain she had, it slowed her aging immensely. I mean, she looked young for a really, really long time. I mean, you've seen the picture. She looks, 25, and she's double the age that I am now. Arabelle, she's older than Arabelle is now.
Which is not a common happenstance, let me tell you. I'm sad I never met her. I would love to ask her about it. Sorry, what was that?
I guess she had a good skincare routine.
That woman would rub her face in mud before she talked about a skincare routine. I don't think she'd ever heard of a Band-Aid.
Again, beauty has some funky things. I don't know how makeup works, but I guess it works.
What we're saying is, you are a very special kind of werewolf. Not to give you your whole chosen one speech, but you are might want to prepare to live longer than you'll expect and not die when you're expecting to. I mean, I guess it's an extra sense of security, but I know how daunting a long life can be. And you're always welcome here, of course.
I guess at the end of the day, I'm the one who holds my life into my own hands. I can stop it whenever I want, if it comes down to it.
If it comes down to what?
Harvey mentioned something about, I don't know, me being his prodigy or his creation or some shit like that before he ran off like a little bitch. And
yeah.
I don't want to go into that.
Yeah, he is.
It'll be the last thing I ever do.
He is kind of a little bitch. He's really a little bitch. I mean when he was chasing us, I think he was only, he must have been 19. I think it was kind of cruel of her to go after somebody that young. But to be fair, he did try to murder us, and he did murder other people to try to, get to us, of course. Arabelle, do you have a question? I see a question forming on your face.
I haven't actually encountered this Harvey figure, and I suppose I could just know who he is, but I figure, why waste the effort?
Yeah, well, he survived Sylvia's werewolf venom, so he's a werewolf now, and he's the one who turned Tree over here, so.
He's still a bitch.
And Tree is extremely powerful, isn't he? So Harvey must be dangerous.
Can it, fam?
Spider
Where the fuck you
Spider picks up her voice a little bit. He is terrifyingly dangerous. He survived multiple bullets to the skull.
Survived multiple bullets. I want to interview him. You can keep talking now.
He's not a fucking museum exhibit for you.
Most
Not
things.
for some fucking interview shit.
I'll hope he'll be dead before you get that chance.
That would be a shame.
Well, he is seemingly inheriting a lot of Sylvia's power. One of her greatest abilities was her control over her transformation. Some werewolves are dictated by the cycle of the moon, but she could just transform one arm or just her upper half or just her lower half at any moment. She had immense control over her transformation, and her strength was incomparable, is the word I would use to describe it. I remember I saw her one time. A man tried to put his gun in her mouth and she bit through it. It was a sight.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
She was a very cool woman. I mean, rest her soul, I wish she was still with us today. And had she not been such a reckless fool in some hours of her time, she may still have been with us today, but that is not the case. So now we sit with you, Andrew. You're what's left of her, I guess. We checked up.
Oh, I don't mean to get your hopes up.
We checked up.
I don't mean to get your hopes up, but I don't think I could be able to bite through a gun.
Well, have you tried?
I haven't been put in a situation to do so, so can't say I have.
I'm sure I have some friends who could point a gun in your face if you ever want to try.
I
Arabelle.
really don't want to have that experience. Meeting you was worse enough.
Arabelle, I thought that you could maybe talk to each other. It seems that this maybe is a bad plan now, and I should have asked Rock to investigate your relationship of some kind because, you know, he's the teenager, so he knows that stuff. But I thought, since you are very knowledgeable on many things, that you could, and you're closer in visual age to Andrew, but I see maybe that you could help each other out, but maybe that is not a good idea anymore.
Well, I don't have anything against helping. I don't have anything against Tree, but, well, if he doesn't want me to help...
Really? That's some fucking news to me.
I think he has something against me, though.
Yeah, no shit, really.
We could all tell.
Good.
Well, I would love to talk it out with you. But...
Well, do you want any food? I haven't made any food in a very long time, but I do have food in our house because Arabelle, Adra, she does eat food, so if anybody is hungry, I can make you some food.
I've lost my appetite for the day, thank you.
I could go for tea. Give me tea.
Yes, I am rich in tea, if not other things. And Belladonna shuffles out of the kitchen. Belladonna shuffles out of the dining room and moves into the kitchen. Oh, I forgot to describe what Belladonna and Tobias look like. Oops. Because none of the people know what they look like. I also don't think you guys know what they look like either, because I've never.
I don't.
Yep. Belladonna is a like 5'7", like slim 40-year-old woman. She has a very, like, despite her vampirism, she doesn't really look dead. She has a darker olive skin and, like, deep brown eyes and long black hair. And she has, like, very how do I say this? Good blowout hair. You know, like blowouts, like hair. It's where you straighten your hair with a blow dryer instead of a hair straightener. But, you know, she has beautiful coiffed waves. And she's dressed in like low-rise jeans and one of those early 2000s V-necks. Because she hasn't changed very much in the last few years. The years may pass, but it's always 2005 in her heart. And and Tobias is, you know, around 5'11", and he has these beautiful, like, long dreads, and he has, you know, he's a dark-skinned black man, and has sort of like a red tinge to his brown eyes. He wears like really simple, mostly black clothes with some like nice little red accent, and a couple little pins on the lapel of his coat. And yeah, that's what the Caesars look like. That is Belladonna and Tobias Caesar. The pins are like, one of them is a little crown. It seems like these are from different, like, concerts and gatherings and stuff. Some of them are antique coins with little pin backings, welded onto them. Ooh. And, I mean, they have years, like, 1701! like, on far inspection, that would be like, oh, that's a replica pirate doubloon, and then on closer inspection, you're like, no, that's a real pirate doubloon. And yeah, he's got some like he's got some like memorabilia from like bars, like Tennessee sports bars, and some like and some like, you know, different little, like, he has a pride pin. He's very cool. Tobias is cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I interrupted what you guys were talking about just so that because I forgot that I hadn't described my NPCs. Yeah, so you guys are in this kitchen, and Belladonna has gone out to get you some tea, and Spider still looks really, like, downtrodden and guilty after this argument.
Oh, right. Holy shit.
I didn't know you had legs, Toast. Wow.
I know, I never turn on the light. It is always night in my mind. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. So Spider looks at Tobias and just starts like, you really have to bring her, though, Tobias? I know I heard your reasoning. I just don't feel like it's good. I don't feel like it's a good reason. You know, and Tobias just looks at Spider and goes, you know, she has other sides. Really? And Spider just starts making those, like, facial expressions. Nobody can see our faces.
They're talking about me, right?
No.
Yeah.
Arabelle, just... I'm sure I've got some character depth in there somewhere.
I don't want to hear about any of your depths.
Don't worry, you're not my type.
Oh, God.
Are you kidding me? You're not making a good name for yourself. You are simply digging a bigger hole for yourself.
I am absolutely not making a good name for myself. That was not my intention. I'm here to be an obnoxious little bitch and nothing else.
You're doing a great fucking job.
I didn't become the villain to be likable.
Spider just looks, after you're like, you're not my type, Spider just looks at you with, like, both hands on the temples.
Arabelle's grinning so hard right now, just...
Okay, we could slow this down. We could slow this down. You know, Arabelle has valuable information and experience.
I actually have all information and most experience, so...
Yeah. And Tobias, like, shudders, like, he looks like he's also about to crack and say inviting Arabelle was a bad idea.
Well, this has gotten a lot more awkward than I anticipated it to be.
I'm perfectly willing to know anything you want me to know, and I'll...
Spider is not for you.
Sorry? Oh. What?
Spider is not for you. No.
No, clearly she's not for me. I wouldn't... Like I said, not my type.
I will fucking maul you to death before you get anywhere near them. I swear to God.
You really don't need to, Tree. You don't need to. It's fine.
Spider monkey?
She's... Spider, as soon as you say spider monkey, Spider just goes, like, shuts. Spider, like, tightens her lips into, like, a little, like a little... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna help Belladonna with the food. Okay, you guys talk to each other.
That's a great idea. That's a fantastic idea. Best one all night.
Oh my god. Tonight is going great, let me just say.
You know, usually we're very agreeable. Usually we get along fine. It's just like, I guess I forgot how much animosity Spider holds for you, Arabelle.
All for good reason. Most people hold some amount of animosity for me.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's something to work on.
I mean, at this point, you have to know making people like me. Not one of my major goals in life.
It's less of a making people like you situation. It's more of a not provoking a deep, long-standing hatred in others.
What's the difference, really?
I'd think, like, probably at least 3 corpses, Arabelle.
Oh, many more than that. happening.
And with that, Tobias gives you like a little grin. But seriously, Andrew, if there's any question that you've ever wanted to know, she does know the answer. Like, literally, she does know the answer. It's magic.
Yeah, I figured that.
Tobias gives you a look, Arabelle.
What?
On the you figured that. He's implying, like, oh, you told him some spooky shit that he wasn't supposed to know.
I didn't tell him that much. I just implied a little. You can't blame a girl for being curious. It's my whole thing.
Okay.
Anyways, off the topic of my stuff, let's move to something else. How about the plan to get the fuck rid of Wyman? That would be really nice.
Yeah, well, we're thinking as soon as we catch him back in the forest, he exceeded our territory, and if the other vampires catch us running off into claimed land, well, bad things happen. So, we're watching and waiting. I've got the kids, they can take care of themselves, of course. They are all very old and also full of magical powers. Oh, God. We're planning to keep our distance, of course, and try to ambush him when he gets back here. He doesn't... That Doug kid, I'm a little worried about. Yes. Are you recording? Yeah. So, my mom just asked me if I was recording. Oh.
What?
Because she was curious.
If you asked if you were what?
Recording.
Oh, I thought you said flirting. I was just like, the fuck?
What? Oh, no. No. Oh my goodness, that is...
I thought she, like, heard a bit of, like, the role-playing stuff and mistook it for something else. So it's just like, oh, shit.
Hilarious, but no. So... Fuck, I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah. We were planning to do an ambush on Wyman when he gets back here, try to corner him, make sure that he can't move, and do the only guaranteed way to kill something that is immune to bullets, which is get all the strong people together and pry his fucking head off.
Well, don't wait too long for the opportunity, or else we get another... Oh, what is it, Arabelle? Slaughterhouse?
That is... I was gonna make a joke there. I'm not gonna make that joke. See, self-improvement already, Tobias.
You do get better every day. Little steps, huh?
Really tiny fucking steps.
Yeah. Well.
These aren't my walking heels.
Damn it.
I'm so funny, guys. I'm so funny, guys.
We're all hilarious. We're all hilarious in here.
Great, we're fucking comedians. Comedy.
Ha ha ha. Classic comedy. I saw.
You can't quote.
I can't Bo Burnham on this thing. Netflix is gonna.
We're gonna get copyrighted.
Yes. So. Yeah, as everyone in the room just like stares daggers at each other from this one joke, Tobias just looking like he's very calmly and collectively holding in a laugh. Yeah, well, we don't have as much control over the world outside of our little bubble here. I don't know how much Spiders told you, but we're, a little bit territorially insecure. Our neighbors to the north are planning something. Hopefully Wyman is not involved. Hopefully. I don't suspect him to be very intelligent, but right now I'm not trusting any of my judgments.
Good idea.
Oh,
You brought me
cut
to
out.
help? Sorry if I can help with. Ooh. Is the stream gone?
No, it's just like your audio gets crunchy sometimes.
No.
Oh, life is pain, life is torture.
It's okay. Yeah, we didn't miss anything that you said. But the yeah, he looks at you and is like, yes, we could. If you could do some magic and figure out some stuff about Wyman. I mean, whereabouts, plans, anything, really, that would be pretty helpful. And
Arabelle will try to know his whereabouts then.
And also, and he, like, leans in and, like, gives you a little bit of a whisper. And I'll make Tree. There's a whisper. Are you gonna try and hear what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Look into the abyss for me. Do a little dark roll for me.
Who's looking into the abyss? Because it's normally
You.
a Pix thing.
Oh, it's you.
Wait, actually,
this is just doing anything with your powers that will, entail some trying.
Okay, so what the fuck do I roll for that?
Dark. 2d6.
Okay.
Or 1d12, but if you land on a 1,
I can do a
land
d12.
on a 2.
I trust my d12 a lot more than my d6.
Okay.
That was a fucking mistake.
What did you roll?
I did say. Let's see. What's my dark right now? -1. 1. I rolled a 2 with the -1 in dark, so I don't hear shit.
Yeah, so Tree, you hear nothing of this whisper, and
I hear the sounds of a fly buzzing around me.
Yeah, in the distance you hear a turtle. Nope. Arabelle, Tobias tells you, I need you to check up on Andrew's future.
All right. I don't do future a lot. I can certainly try.
We're afraid of what might come next.
And rightfully so. Of course. And Arabelle will...
Squeeze me.
Okay. Arabelle is going to try to...
Mm-hmm.
My mind completely blanked there. Arabelle's going to try to know Andrew's future. Arabelle's doing a fortune telling.
Yeah, so make me a roll, please. Roll for me, baby. You know what to do.
I do know what to do. I'm gonna see if I can find another dice.
Roll for me, baby.
You can't sing songs.
I said this
It's
is a
not
parody.
copyright if it's original. Yeah. Excuse me.
I wish that my cats purred loud enough so that you could hear it over stream. Because you can't
That
hear
would
it
mess
over
with your
Discord.
audio.
But it's so cute.
God, I have Bo Burnham stuck in my head now, Toast.
Will these glasses help?
Oh, I have an entire bag right here. There we go. Another die. Alright.
Let me see. If I turn my audio all the way up, will you pick up the purring of the cat?
Alright, that is a 8 plus dark, which is 10.
Oh my goodness. Yes. So,
I love those
So-
glasses.
yes, my players can see the cats, but the viewers cannot.
It's a cute little kid.
So you got a 10, correct?
I did.
So you see in your like vision of in your vision of the future. I know it's like there's gonna be a very not cute vision, and yet I'm just like, hello little cat.
Hello, little child, little fluffy baby with toe beans. How are you doing today?
Little toe beans.
Toe beans, it's tiny kitty.
So Arabelle, the disturbing vision of the future.
Kittens.
Yeah, little kitten break. You see a on a dark and stormy night. You see rain coming down, and you see the lake is flooding. And you see like this shadow illuminated by the moonlight that somehow shines through the clouds of an enormous werewolf, eyes glowing and mouth dripping. And
Can I assume this werewolf is Tree?
maybe.
Alright, keep doing what you're doing.
And you see its mouth is soaked in blood, and so are its hands.
Is that the whole thing?
That's like, you didn't ask me for a very specific question, so that's what I give
Hey,
you.
That's fair. I mean, Tobias also didn't give me a very specific question, so
That's
I
true.
just wanted to...
That's true, he didn't. I've been vague posting a lot today. Been vaguing a lot.
You have.
I'm very vague.
That cannot possibly be good. Tobias, do you want me to say it out loud, or...
Oh, I forgot to
just
mention,
tell
the werewolf
you?
does have glowing white eyes.
Oh, it's fun. When Bogo transformed into werewolf form, did I notice anything about his eyes?
Bogo, does she notice anything about your eyes?
Because you did stand in front of me as a werewolf while I breathed.
Yeah, you really,
a good few minutes.
They are like a glowing yellow.
Interesting. Right. Well, that does not bode well at all. Tobias, would you like me to say it out loud, or just tell you, or?
Well, I think if I asked the question, so I suppose it's right that Andrew hears it. I asked her to look into your future. Would you like to know?
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I got distracted by the sound of a turtle. Sure, why not?
Are you quite sure? It seems like the other stuff, maybe, perhaps not.
We're already on the fucking topic, so might as well.
Okay. Bring her up.
Well, you weren't incredibly specific, so neither was my vision, but there was a lake. I believe it's a lake in Worsmwood, actually. It's near the forest, question mark?
It's in the forest. It's near the high school.
It's in the forest near to the high school, and it was overflowing with water. There was a werewolf, gigantic, blood spattered, glowing white eyes. Not entirely sure who the werewolf was, but that is what I saw. Interpret it as you will. Oh, toast. In my vision, was it nighttime or daytime?
Nighttime.
Cool.
That sounds joyous. Fun time.
Well,
Incredibly.
at least it's not somebody actively committing a murder. And we have had that before, so.
I mean, it was implied that a murder had just taken place.
Well, yeah, I don't think that blood was just some cranberry sauce. I don't think it was Thanksgiving's.
I think we have clearly just found out that unless you see a dead body, it's probably not dead.
Oh, yes. Good point. Well, there was some
Well-
bloodshed, at least, which...
Come back here.
What else is new?
Kitty cat.
Daisy, I require.
Look at my baby. Oh, my baby.
They can't look at your baby.
I know they can't, but I want them to.
She's so cute.
I could import a picture of her and just put it on the screen.
That's
Do
just the
it.
background for the rest of this session. Just
Just a picture of
Is
my
that Tempe?
cat.
or
That's Tempe.
Tempe.
After Tempe, Arizona.
I know. I can't. Toast. I'm Canadian. You can't expect me to know these things.
I know. I don't expect you to. I just tell you every time, and sometimes you remember, and sometimes you don't.
Oh, you need to know. Oh, you viewers need to know is a boo boo cutie.
Oh, it's a baby. If you are in the California Bay Area, then maybe you should contact me, and I will. You can adopt one of these kittens if you like how I sound when I describe them over audio, because you can't see pictures of them.
They're very cute.
The auditorial experience. Okay,
Yes.
let's go see Bunch Lady now. Come on. Oh, comfy now. And you're gone. I love you.
Well, this all went not as I was planning it to be. Very honest, I assumed that things would go more smoothly.
That's always an awful thing to assume.
Yeah, well, usually
If you'd like, I can still know, what's his name, Harvey's whereabouts? Plans?
that
such?
would also be very beneficial.
And I'll do that. After he's done talking, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're just having fun. We're just cracking along here.
Cool. Then I'll
Gosh.
know Harvey's whereabouts also. Can I do that quickly in a row?
Yeah.
Alright, that is a 6 and a 2. 6, 7, 8. Also a 9.
A
I mean,
9
10.
or a 10? Okay.
10.
Yeah,
My darkest +2.
On a 10, you see a vision of your eyes go black. They roll back into your head, and you see a vision of Harvey Wyman at a motel. Not the one in Wormswood, but another one on the highway.
Right.
See, this bitch is staying at the same place.
He's at a motel. Not in Wormswood. But, I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of motels on the highway, so. One of them.
Well, it's good to know that it's not a place we recognize. So, that was what I needed from you, magic-wise. And I think that there's a lot we needed to catch up on. And,
I'd like to know about my life.
yes, I would. We're friends, aren't we?
Of course. Well,
Of course.
ask away. We're friends.
We're
Please.
friends.
It is so
We're
nervously
friends.
like, we're friends.
We're friends.
We're friends.
We're friends.
We're friends in the sense that, Tobias does not hate me fundamentally as a person. That much.
I was. Well, if you want to catch up right now, you want to catch up right now.
Do you want to wait until Andrew? I mean, I can just do my own thing. Will you do whatever you?
I can just step out of the room if you need me to.
What are we doing here?
This is so awkward.
What's the plan?
In my 500 years
what
of
are we
living,
doing
I have
here?
not been in a situation as awkward as this. And then she gets a flashback to the dream, and then, well, maybe one.
Wait, what? Wait, what about? Please, for the viewers' sake and my sake, please tell us what is that?
Remember when I was talking with Ella in the newsroom? When I was talking with Molly in the newsroom?
Oh my god! Yeah, the
That
worms
was-
apocalypse scene. That was terrifying. Terrifyingly awkward.
That was the most awkward thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. And also the most awkward thing Arabelle's experienced in her entire life. So.
Yeah, well, there was that one time that I had to convince the superintendent that he was crazy for having recognized me in his high school photo.
I trapped a girl in a newsroom with worms, but I had to wait for the worms to get there. So I talked to her for at least 30 minutes about the school newspaper that I knew nothing about.
Oh god.
You trap a girl in a room full of worms.
Oh, it happens all the time.
Yeah,
It's
she
just
gets
a
into
popular
this.
theme here.
You know, ever since the witch population was cut down and that government organized culling like 20 years ago, Arabelle, you've heard of this. The worms have just been a common occurrence. Just a byproduct of the rot of the universe caused by, the evil corporate overlords who run the government.
They happen, and if I happen to control them to my will, it's neither here nor there.
You act like you're the master of the worms. You're not the brood mother.
I'm not the brood mother. I don't know the brood mother. How did I trap that girl with worms? Doesn't matter.
I feel like something like that kind of does matter. Gonna be completely honest with you.
I mean, I don't know. You don't know. And you don't know. So.
I definitely don't know.
I sure as fuck don't know.
Then we're at an impasse, and it doesn't matter for now. I'm sure we have more important matters to discuss.
Do we?
Oh, I don't know. You invited me.
I did. And I assumed that this would go smoothly, and like I said earlier, I was wrong.
Well, at least it was going dramatic kind of unsmoothly earlier. Now it's just awkward.
Yeah, I really hope that Spider and Belladonna aren't... I don't know.
Yeah, weren't they getting tea?
They were.
They were!
What happened to the tea? Like,
I'm gonna go check on
drop
that.
it. Did they
just make sure
burn
everything's
it?
okay? And as the conversation dies completely down, you do all hear the the argument that they were having earlier has continued.
They're just yelling in the background, just
that there was a low hum of noise in the background that everybody thought was maybe birds or something, but it's actually these two people having an active argument in the other room.
Fun.
And then there were two. Or has Tobias gone to check on them?
Yeah, Tobias went over to check on them.
And then there were two.
And then there were two, which I wish were one. Okay, here we want.
Well, I haven't asked how you're doing, Tree.
Just fucking peachy.
All right.
You're smart. You can put the pieces together.
I don't have to be a genius to do that. But we can talk this out like mature adults, Tree.
We could. Or we can be petty.
That's your choice. I don't know how to progress the situation. That's your choice, Tree.
Just a simple apology. Because you digging in on my past, pretty fucked up.
I apologize. My curiosity got the better of me.
Yeah.
Is that all?
You're not lying, are you?
Well, if you think I'm lying, prove it.
Would I roll anything?
You can try and intimidate, or you could try and charm. What are you trying to do?
They're being honest. It's an honest apology.
And we're back to himbo
Listen, man,
tree.
Tree's been having a really shitty few days, and his trust level is from here all the way to down here. He needs a little reassurance of some sort.
Okay, I'll say that's cold. Because it's reasoning.
I think I may have a +2 in cold. If that's the case,
I think that's wrong. I think you have a bad.
I think I might have a +2 in cold.
I
think that's wrong.
I think you're right. I have in mind.
What's cold?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
cold.
Roll for cold.
Yeah, roll cold.
Lucky it works. If my skull dice does not work, I'm going to be very sad. That's an 11. The one time I do a good fucking roll, technically it was a 12 minus the 1.
Yeah, on that natty 12, on that 11, what, Arabelle, tell me, tell the class, is this an honest apology?
There is some truth to it, but she doesn't mean it in the way that you want her to mean it. She isn't sorry because it affects you. She's sorry because she's lost an opportunity.
I'll take it for now. You are semi-forgiven.
Aw, I'm glad.
Do it again, it's not going to happen. And I will never forgive you.
Understood. I'll just ask a real person next time.
Oop.
I'm going to check to see if that fucking tea is ready. Now.
So, do you follow Arabelle?
Sure, yeah, might as well.
So, Tree, you walk into the kitchen and you see that Spider is something you've never seen Spider do before. Spider is full crying.
Oh shit, this isn't going well.
I see we walking into something.
Yeah, something really fucking bad. What's going on?
She's just upset about what she's done. And
what
also,
exactly?
They weren't silver bullets, number one, as we have gone through the story. And you see that Spider's journal is open to, a far back page. And as well, she has recounted some other information about why she's here to us. And you see that Belladonna does also look a little bit upset. Like, not as nearly as much as Spider. Spider's, like, Belladonna, I might add, is, like, 46, whereas Spider is permanently 18. So, Spider is, like...
Is Spider permanently 18 in the way that, like, Rock is permanently a teenager?
Yes.
Really? Oh, no. Oh, boy. How long has Tree been with Spider?
Only a couple years.
4 years.
So who knows then? She's got the whole brain thing.
Yeah, that's why she keeps the journal.
That's fun. That's funky fresh.
Funky fresh.
Funky fresh.
My cat grabbed my hand and started eating my finger, and it was really cute.
Oh.
Love that.
Give her little belly wubs, but she does not want it.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I said this like before. I don't think I did. But like the moment Tree saw good old spider monkey, the moment Tree saw Spider was in, huh?
Hang on, spider monkey.
Where the hell have you been, Loca? That's a Jacob quote. That's a Jacob quote from Twilight. Yeah, so as soon as he saw Spider.
Yeah, as soon as he sees Spider in distress, he immediately runs over and like hugs her and makes sure they're okay.
Yeah, she instantly hugs you back. And is just whispering in your ear, "I'm so sorry."
Hey, why? There's nothing to be sorry about. What's going on?
that's where we'll end our session today.
Ooh.
And on a little bit of a sad note today. A little bit of a
Oh.
sad note today.
Very.
So, thank you all for coming. I hope you liked this session. I know it was a little bit more awkward, a little bit sad, a little bit funny, laugh, cry.
I
Miss your
Funky,
pants.
swanky, funky, runky.
think it was fun.
I hope we had fun.
I enjoyed myself. It was fun.
Well, if you would like to see the session or any of our other sessions, you can find those on YouTube, and our YouTube is in our link tree, which is at the bottom of this very stream that you are watching right now. And if you would like to follow us on any other social medias, those are also in our link tree. And if you would like to follow all of us individually on any of our social medias, you can find that in our link tree as well. And if you want to buy a t-shirt from me, you can buy that in my link tree, which is linked in this link tree to link tree. Warning, the t-shirts are graphic. The number... I do have t-shirts. And
Is
if
it
you...
the design that you showed us like a while ago?
A while ago, yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
cool
I
fucking
didn't even
design.
see that said design. What?
Well,
It's-
yeah. If you want to watch us, please follow our Twitch channel. If you want to do any of those things, please do them. And is there anything else we'd like to plug before the session is over?
I don't think so.
so.
Okay.
You're the only
Well-
one with any personal projects, Toast.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not true. Hales has personal projects.
You and Hales. Hales isn't here though.
Hales isn't
And that's
here. Thank you all so much for being here. I love you all. Have a wonderful night or morning or afternoon, whatever time it is for you. And goodbye. Goodbye now.